What's up, guys? This is Coach Grant with First Down Training, and today we're going to be giving you guys a full workout to be more athletic. So all of these exercises that we're going to cover today are going to increase your athleticism and make you a better player overall. Now, fellas, obviously, as you can tell, took the shoes off, took the socks off. One of the best things that you guys can do to increase your athleticism is train barefoot, whether that's on turf, whether that's on grass. Obviously, don't recommend it on cement, but the reason why you train barefoot is it's a way to get your foot stronger. So a lot of athletes have very, very weak feet. I know that seems weird to think about, and that's why they're not strong on their cuts and they're maybe not as fast, which is why their athleticism actually decreases, right? So this is a simple exercise to get you more comfortable being on the ball of your foot. I train a lot of athletes. I see a lot of athletes with the camps that we do all over the country, and a lot of you run flat-footed, right? You'll run, you strike the ground, you know you got to be on your toes, but your heel caves down, heel caves down, heel caves down, and you are almost stomping when you run, right? And a lot of times I blame the shoes that athletes wear because they're so rounded that you don't really ever feel like what your foot should feel like when you run properly. Same thing with cleats, they can bail you out. So sometimes doing training barefoot can actually improve something called ankle stability and your foot strength. So when you strike the ground, you don't want your heel to cave down, right? You want it to heel to stay elevated the entire time so you could push off the ball of your foot and drive your knee and your toe up. That helps with cuts, helps with speed, and just again, overall athleticism. So this is a simple drill that is impossible to perform flat-footed. So you're probably gonna feel this in your calves, your ankles, and your feet. It's a very simple drill. We're only doing 4 sets of 10 reps on this, but literally what you're gonna do, 10 reps, as explosive as you can. You're just gonna be here on the ball of your foot, and you're just gonna jump. And then as soon as you touch the ground again, as soon as the ball of your foot hits the ground, because you're not gonna land on your heels because it's gonna hurt and you're gonna feel like a jolt up your back, you have to stay on the ball of your foot when you're barefoot, or else you're gonna hurt yourself. And you just hit the ground, and as soon as you hit the ground, you jump up. And we're trying to jump as high as we can 10 times, and we're doing 4 sets of that movement. So I'm gonna show you how this exercise should look full speed. Remember, 4 sets of 10 reps on this drill. Now, fellas, before we show you that drill full speed and get into the rest of this workout, if you were a quarterback or wide receiver watching this video and you guys would like a custom workout plan that I myself will design for you, go to that very first link in the description below for our new custom workout plan service. How the service works is that you will submit film to me. You'll send film of me where you're either training in the off season, game film, whatever it is, and we give you instructions of the type of film that we would generally like to see, and I will break it down. I'll give an audio and video breakdown talking about areas where you struggle, and then I will construct an 8-week-long workout plan that you can do to improve those skills. So guys, if you're interested in that, quarterbacks, wide receivers, go to that very first link in the description below. We'd love to help your skills improve this off season. Now, something else that is extremely important when it comes to your athleticism is going to be your hip flexors and generally your hips. And we're going to talk about that later on in this workout. But your hip flexor strength is something that not enough athletes work on, because we spent a lot of time earlier talking about being on the ball of your foot. And the reason why you want to be on the ball of your foot is so you can push off of that and drive your knee and your toe up. But so many athletes lack hip flexor strength that they can barely even get their knee up in the first place. You got to have hip flexor strength to be able to hold this 90-degree angle right here. That's all hip flexor, okay? So this exercise kind of works on that hip flexor strength. This is going to be a switch pause drill. If you have a partner to do this with you, I recommend having him clap and then you'll switch. If you don't have a partner, you're going to hold it for a 2-second count and then you're going to switch again. So you want to do 4 sets of 6 reps on each leg, okay? So what you're going to do is you're just going to start out like this, 90 degrees like so. I like doing this barefoot because it gets you on that ball of your foot, obviously just naturally. And all you're going to do is you're going to switch and you're going to hold it. 1001, 1002, switch. 1001, 1002, switch again. And you're going to work that where you get 6 reps on each side, okay? So I'm going to show you how that should look somewhat full speed so you get a little bit better of an idea. This is a great exercise to improve hip flexor strength, which will translate to athleticism. So this next drill you guys are going to be working on our cutting ability, and again we are going to be doing it barefoot to work on you guys cutting or getting your foot down into the grass on the ball of your foot first. So whenever I'm trying to throw a cut, like let's say you're a receiver and you're trying to cut on a post route, you're a running back and you're trying to cut, get in and out of the hole, like when we cut, a lot of times what guys do, and because your whole foot's got to get down, right? That's the only way that you're going to cut. You can't cut on your tippy toes effectively, right? You want to run on, like, I guess you could say the ball of your foot and toes, if you will, but when you cut, your whole whole foot's got to get down to stop you. First part of the foot to hit though should be the ball of the foot. It should not be heel toe. And a lot of times guys will go heel toe because their cleats bail them out. And we don't want to be in that habit, you guys, because when you overextend and you go heel toe, your leg could extend, which could lead to an injury. But from an athleticism perspective, you can't really push and drive out of the cut. So you drag your feet, you take extra steps, and your cuts are actually slow. So this is a drill, I call it a 3-stick drill, that works on you guys cutting with the ball of your foot first, because specifically we're barefoot. And again, if you do this in cleats, you just have to really think about the ball of your foot hitting first, but doing it barefoot corrects that habit where you don't have to think so much. So you're just gonna have your hands and your feet working, you're gonna cut, just like that. Then off the third one, you're gonna burst out and accelerate up. So what I want on this, you guys, is 4 sets of this. 4 sets where you're cutting with your left leg, 4 sets where you go to the opposite side and you're cutting with just your right foot. Ball of the foot needs to hit the ground first. We're gonna show you how this should look, full speed. Now this next drill, fellas, kind of ties everything together that we just worked on. So I call this our single leg snatch drill. So you're gonna be doing this 4 sets of 10 yards. You just need a 10-yard space. The green cone is my starting point. 4 sets of 10 yards on your left leg, 4 sets of 10 yards on the right leg. So this automatically forces us to be on the ball of my foot, because again, I'm barefoot, and that's one of the best things that you could do, guys, for athleticism, is train barefoot. Don't have to do it all the time, but a couple times a week I recommend, at least when doing like drills like this. So all it's gonna be, and this also works on you driving your knee up and a little bit of hip flexor strength and mobility, but you're gonna be on just one foot, just super simple, and you're just going to jump up and snatch your knee up to your chest. And as soon as the foot lands, obviously on the ball of your foot, you snatch your knee up and your toe up. Again, and we were trying to get my knee and my toe up to my chest, okay? And you could have a slight forward lean with your upper half while you are performing this exercise. So again, 4 sets of 10 on each leg. We're gonna show you how this thing should look, full speed.